rookie years, obviously, they can be different for everybody. Neil obviously came from a pretty decorated college program, and worked hard to try to get in there and create a role for himself. It's not always easy depending on what room you're in as a rookie. So came back in really good shape. I think a lot of times you see these first year guys, they go through their first year. It's kind of a crash course on what it requires of you physically, mentally, emotionally, what kind of time it requires away from the building to be prepared to compete, consistently at a high level at this level. And I think Neil's done all the right things. Like I said, really good condition. I don't want to say changed his entire body, but there's an element of that that you can already see. So excited to see what he does. Matthew, same thing with Matthew Butler. I mean, two guys that have been here in our off-season program the entire time. Honestly, they both came back early, to do some work on their own with our strength staff. So, that's what you can ask of a guy going into a second year. You hope they learn from the things that, might have been tougher, their first year. But I know he knows he's in a competitive room. We've got a lot of guys in there that are competing to ultimately play. This time of the year is really more about technique and fundamentals. Obviously, the physical part will come later, but I like, so far what Neil's trying to do and the frame of mind that he's in.
Does Thayer kind of fit that category? Just eyeballing, it looks like his body is gone that year long in the NFL.
Yeah,
as well.
I think most of those guys that are going on their second year, they understand kind of the difference now. When your body, when you're coming out, sometimes talent alone is okay in college, in the NFL, there's no question that everybody's talented. You know what I mean? Everybody in your room's talented, everybody you play against is talented. So there's an extra level of motivation to, how can I get an edge? How can I gain an advantage on my opponent? And so there's, continuing to work hard. He actually played a number of snaps last year, which is, different than a couple of the other guys. So he got his feet wet, he played some tackle, played some of the jumbo tight end stuff. So, trying to build on his experience last year. And again, I think he's ready to compete.
Coach, you've been in a lot of these, but what excites you the most about OTAs, even though the pads aren't on, but what do you want to see from some of these players?
I think, this is the time of the year for us to evaluate our ability to communicate, our ability to retain information, our ability to limit repeat errors. We're making mistakes each day, which happens every day in every OTA across the league. But the biggest point of emphasis we're trying to make to our team is that we have to be able to, come back the next day or the next time we're out there on the field and fix the mistake, And so we kind of take each week and as an opportunity to simulate a regular season week. So if we make some mistakes on a Wednesday's practice, we have Thursday to fix it, or else you're probably going to throw it out,
Right.
So, communication, assignments, technique, ability to work with each other, because they're not all working with the same groups. Those are all things that we're adamant about as we put our system in and see what they can handle.
Thank you.
This time